So, good Monday morning to you. Will we break a temperature record today? It's right on the line. Question of 1 degree will make all the difference if we break a warm weather record today. The high temperature record is actually 77 degrees. It was set back in 2021. That's exactly what is predicted today by Blend of Models forecast, anyway. So, most of us going to see at least 77 today. A few pockets around the area may pop up to that 78. Record breaking temperature 79, maybe over in Iola. Topeka might hit 80 degrees today. So, above normal temperatures continue today and tomorrow before our storm setup and our chance for next severe weather and some heavy rain. Actually factors into the mix for your Tuesday evening over into Wednesday. So, not before we have a fairly windy day today. We do talk about some elevated fire weather concerns for this afternoon, which seems unlikely given how wet everything is, but relative humidity will drop down this afternoon. I see the strongest wind gusts between Joplin and Clinton being over 30 miles per hour this afternoon. The rest of us are going to be dealing with wind gusts up into the mid 20s this afternoon, late morning to afternoon, actually. And here's where things start to drop off between 5 and 6 p.m. In terms of wind today. So warm and windy for your Monday. Let's go ahead and talk about severe weather outlooks for tomorrow. Started to pick up on this over the weekend. All of the area under a 2 out of 5 slight risk. This will be again Tuesday evening, overnight into Wednesday. So we'll go through our specific threats. Here is tornado outlook. Actually, there is some doubt about this. Profile's not exactly coming together in the best way. We do have, we'll talk about supercells here in just a second, but possibly less of a tornado threat than we were dealing with in the last round. But for now, that area looks to pick up Harrisonville, Warrensburg, and KC and points off to the north-northeast. A little bit different storm direction this particular round. I think we will all have the probability to deal with possibly some damaging winds. Again, it is kind of a 2-round setup, and I'll take you through the timeline of that here in just a second. But wind outlook, again, covering all of the area. I think more likely with this round, I said last time it would be wind. This time I think it will be wind and hail. I think the probability for large hail exists with this round as well. So those are the things that we're dealing with. But we also need to talk about heavy rainfall because after the round of storms that comes through that has the potential to give us that severe weather, I think we're in for a soaking rainfall overnight into Wednesday, which may bring some flooding concerns to a few areas around the region. So let's go and talk about model data telling us what we need to know. So I'm going to back up here. This is Tuesday evening that I see small cells cropping up again. This is a lot like last setup, right? And the time frame on this is between 7 and 9 p.m. that we could see some small or clusters of small cells in eastern Kansas, moving over into west central Missouri, right now picking up Jackson County, Cass County, down to Bates, over into Henry counties. And this, again, just like I said last time, is dependent on how much the cloud cover breaks in the afternoon and how much heating is able to build and lend instability to these cells coming through. If it remains cloudy, it just lessens the threat. But looking for some breaks in the sun, in the cloud cover this time, letting that sunshine in. And so I do think we will see some storm activity between 7 and 10. Here's 11 p.m. Tuesday night over into Wednesday. So I think this is really between 7 and midnight that we need to be particularly weather aware. But then again, just like last time, after that, as we get past midnight, now here we are between 2 and 4 a.m., a cold front pushes in again, and I think storms will organize along the front, but these may just be soaking rainfall storms. I think we'll have some wind. These will have some thunder, hopefully a little bit less severe. We'll be paying attention as well, but there's a good chance that these just break apart into some soaking rainfall producing storms. Notice with me how slow this is moving. I'm up to 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning, so we have the potential for some training, which is repeated heavy downpours in these storms over the same location several times in a relatively short period of time. So we're talking about midnight through about 8. There's 9, 10 a.m. on Wednesday for probably thunderstorms with heavy soaking rainfall. How much might we get? Weather Prediction Center says a little bit over an inch when all is said and done in Kansas City, 1.3. Same over in Clinton. There are pockets where it will be higher, though, because of that training of those thunderstorms. Today's weather brought to you by me and my team at Mullinex Funeral Home in Butler and Drexel. We have been serving our area over 20 years, and we do that by guaranteeing your pre-arrangements. So your family makes arrangements and pays one time today's price, and they won't be charged anymore when that need comes. And that is a big thing that serves our families very, very well because it gives you that peace of mind. Give us a call anytime that you have questions, or check us out on the web as well. Here is your 10-day forecast. These are Butler, Missouri numbers, so yours may be a few different. So predicted for Butler that we will make it over that record today, 79, into the 80s tomorrow. Tuesday is going to be absolutely awesome before our cold front and storm setup checks in. Putting us in the 60s for Wednesday and Thursday almost, and back up a little warmer for the weekend. And then look at next week. It's just kind of all over the place. So in later forecasts, we will get into exactly what happens over there to make all of those temperatures next week so up and down. It is the season where those cold fronts do work through the region and possibly bring us severe weather to deal with. So happy Monday. In the meantime, I'll catch you back later.